on my way. Away, I won't mow it. I won't mow it. Hello YouTube, how are you? So I'm back. Another day of this, another day of Vlogmas, exciting time. So I'm in the in-laws house right now, and they're looking after our plants because we're not in our house right now, so it's quite dark when I turn that way. There's the bright light. South is this way. So this is a lovely room. It's one of my favourite rooms in this house. Lovely house. It's done a lot of work. Used to be an old school. There's quite a lot of old schools in this road. Pretty much every road had a school back in the day. So they've been looking after some of our plants. So let me flip you around so you can understand what I'm talking about. Drum roll, please. Also, this Stegosaurus. This Stegosaurus has a sprained ankle. Look at that. And this toy, me and Cedar play with it, and look at the antlers or the horns in this Triceratops. It can draw blood, isn't it? Look how sharp it is. Honestly, you could cut things with this. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Look at this philodendron. By golly, her name is Penny. She's been with me for about 9 years now. Left for dead at the Camden Market, and I just felt like, oh, so I brought her home, and look at her. She's like a triffid. She's climbing up, going all over the place, and there's money plant and there's money tree. This is a money plant, people. Money tree, let's not get confused. Money tree is those little jade flowers, you know, you see in like, I'm stereotyping here, you know, you see in like Asian restaurants and stuff. I mentioned this in the vlog many moons ago. So, really nice plant. Devil's ivy or something they might call it, this one. But it climbs up, and it can climb and stick on walls like ivy, but I can't wait to find its final resting place in the new house. I think most we're going to have this, like, obviously take cuttings from it, put it in all different locations. It's a lovely air purifier too. Most plants do it, but some do it more than others. It's in a big old pot too, so she's going to get massive. I remember kind of upgrading her to this. Kind of regretted it because I was thinking, oh, she's going to get massive, and she did, to the point we had to cut loads back, but she's been given away. Like, she's got loads of babies all over, scattered over the UK, so if you ever wanted this, hit me up and I can send you some, because she's going to need a haircut before. And look at all those roots there. Look at that. That's what I love about this plant. Dominating. Look at that. Loving all the wires too. That's the one thing I try and avoid in my new studio. But I explained that I'm going to set up another YouTube channel, but we'll get to talk about that another day. So this grass, this other thing here is not mine. It's a type of like grass. I forget the name. It begins with P. I forget the name, but it's a greedy bugger. And it needs a lot of water, a lot of moisture, and you can see it's dominated the pot. Needs an upgrade, but I think Kate likes it this similar size here, so yeah, but that's not mine. We're not talking about that today. I got distracted, but look at this rubber plant. Look at that. Oh, it's taller than me. It's loving life, and you can see it's been cut here before, and Kate's made like a cutting off it. The baby is just behind. It's down there. Can you see the baby? It's down there. Lovely plant, mate. Type of fig. And the biggest one I've ever seen was in Mombasa. I went to Kenya many moons ago, about a good 10, 15, 13 years ago, but I got to Mombasa train station. I was on the train for ages. You know, if you've been on the train for that long, when you get off, you feel like you're still on it. It's not motion sickness, but I get that a lot, especially even when I'm on a boat and I get off, I'm just like, in fact, I'm kind of used to it now because I've got a boat, that's what I do at my work. But when I first started using the boat and SEAWEED, and you get off, you just feel like you're doing that for ages. So in Mombasa, if you go to Kenya, you go to Mombasa train station, there's a massive, huge, like London plane worthy, that massive rubber plant. It was so big. I stopped and I was just like, I don't know where that file is. I don't know, I've got it on an SD card somewhere knocking about the place. But if I ever find it, I'll put it up here. But one day I'll find it and then put it up for you guys to see. But love rubber plants. Very architectural. Easy to take cuttings from. You can see it's putting out roots just here at the sides. You can see these roots here. Kind of a little bit of stress. That's when the plants put out roots like that. Oh, it's got a little bit of aphid or something on there. Nothing to cry about. I think it was just a bug. Some type of weird little bug. But yeah, I really like this plant. And I'm going to have this kind of in a bigger pot. Because right now, it's in this kind of size pot. But I feel like I need to give it an upgrade so that it can get really big. Oh, look. There's a little house that comes with a sloth. You see it? Oh, cute. And there's a monkey. The monkey's on the swing. So yeah, I'm going to have this looking amazing and growing big, and just maybe fill out the gap inside the kind of, because we've got a nice big open space like this in a new place, and I wouldn't mind this kind of reaching towards the roof of the house and just looking amazing. And you can hang lights off it, and that can be like a kind of all year round Christmas tree. This is an umbrella plant. It's another type of fig, funny enough, and it was taller than me, but we had to cut it down so it could fit in my van. And believe it or not, we had about 6 to 7 van trips to get all our stuff up to here in Uist. Like Susie's dad did it 4 times, I did it 3 times, so yeah, it's about 7 times just to get everything that we want to keep to Uist. And Susie had our car filled as well, so it was a lot of faff. So that's why we had to cut this down just to make some space. So this doesn't have a hole in this pot, but it seems to be thriving, which is kind of weird. So you obviously you can't water it too much, otherwise it gets wet feet and dies. So I obviously will upgrade it into a different plot. It's nice and thick because I cut it back, so it should branch out and do its thing. But I think I mostly will want to tame it, because you can tame plants at an early age. Because I mostly could just tie this to here, keep it straight, because right now it's just going out like, I don't know why it's going out that way. I think in time it's going to grow up and then start leaning towards the light, which is kind of, it's alright. But again, it's like, it's just taking too much space right now, if you know what I mean. So we'll find, the thing is, we've got enough space in the house. But again, I would like to have more plants instead of just like, it's like, for example, I like this area here, but in my eyes you can see all the pots. And what I'd like to do is just have like so many plants to the point where it just looks like a border in a garden. Like obviously there's no pots in a border in a garden, but just have it so filled to the point where it just like there's lovely layers, if that makes sense. Because obviously these plants are nice, but if they were adjusted and moved around in a different way, then it would just make it seem like an actual border in the bed. Like I'd have like trays underneath these pots, and then you could just pour the water in a tray and it just fill up. Oh, it look amazing! But like I said, it can happen. We can make it work, and we can get like lovely indoor borders. So this is another one of mine. This is my peace lily, looking happy. It was struggling actually. Got the pollen on there. It's all kind of dotting off and stuff like that. It's funny how they give these plants this core in it, this coconut core, so they can climb up. That's on Penny here, because you can water it. You can actually water the plant. You pour water in here, and it can get moisture from in here. It's kind of clever that way. So that's why it kind of sends out these fibrous roots and like roots itself into here. But back to peace lily. Oh, you should see their peace lily in the shower. Come with me. Yes, we're in the shower right now. Look at this. Look at this peace lily. Needs some feed or something. It's been in that pot for a while, but I think an upgrade in the pot will just make this thing so much more happier. So yeah, it's just lovely, isn't it? Look, having a little shower and it's just splashing onto this. It's happy. Look how many flowers it's putting out. It's really, really happy. So again, it just needs a little bit of feed, and then, but again, having a plant in the shower is epic, mate. I can't wait to kind of do that. When I do that downstairs in the downstairs shower room, it's almost like a wet room. So we're back to downstairs. And I said the best till last is my lemon tree. So every year I used to get like a tree for myself to kind of treat myself for my year of gardening. So this was the last plant I bought before I kind of, retired of professional gardening. But look at this lime, mate. Oh, no, lemon, sorry, not lime. It is green, same family. But but yeah, it did struggle when we had it in Crawley. But here it's just loving it. So it's kind of been fed. So his mum feeds it, I think, once a week or every 2 weeks or something. But it's putting out some lovely shoots, and it's really happy. So can't wait to find a lovely space for it. Oh no, she's got a hanger in there. I think she's trying to bring them together. Check her out. So there you have it, guys. All done and dusted. Hope you like my little plant tour here. There's more plants in the house, believe it or not. There's lots of spider plants, lots of geraniums, begonias and stuff, but I'm not going to bore you with all of them. So when we move house, then we can talk about more plants and get these in their final resting place in lovely positions in new pots. So thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. So peace and hugs from me. And remember, it's not just my agenda, it's yours too. And I hope to see you soon.